Hello, everybody. Elisha Medlin here with 5 Elements of Wholeness. And today is our mastermind, and we're so excited to have Shelli and Howells. Is that right? Shelli Howells? That's
Shelli Howells, yes.
Anyway, she is not afraid of the dark because she has traveled through it and come out on the other side as a powerful, fiery light. As a transformation warrior who walks with dragons, Shelli helps her clients heal the unhealable body, heart, mind, and soul. She's a certified Reiki master, certified crystal Reiki master, certified alignment coach, and a certified light language teacher and practitioner. She's an adventure seeker and a mother of 6 grown children. So today she gets to enlighten us and to teach us and to empower us about radical self-care. So I'm going to turn the time over to her, and she's going to share what she's going to teach. And hopefully you guys will take lots of notes. And if you have questions, save them to the end so that we can answer them for you. All right, go ahead, Shelli.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy and so excited to be here. And I see Eliza. Hello, Eliza. Good to see you. We're good friends as well. I'm excited to meet everybody who shows up today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And let me know if I need permission to do that. Let's see. Nope, look at that, it works. Okay, so we're talking about self-care today. Elisha has asked me to talk about radical self-care. And so first of all, I want to thank Elisha for giving me this opportunity to be here and to chat with you guys. This is just really fun. Oh my gosh, self-care is my passion. I absolutely love self-care, and I'm gonna share with you why. Hold on, let me go back to the beginning. There we are. And so today I want to talk with you about self-care to match your purpose. And let me share a little bit about myself. As Elisha mentioned, I am Shelli Howells. I'm a dragon-hearted transformation warrior. And what that means is that I help people transcend their wounding and ascend to their highest timeline. And I help them to create their highest, their best life and their personal heaven on earth. And I do this through energy healing and light language. Light language is my passion. It's kind of fantastic. Hello? And so I really love that. Hi. I wanted to share with you my story, first of all. In the summer of 2006, I was a mother to 6 young children. My youngest was about, let's see, he was born in 2002. So he was 4 years old at that time. And my oldest, let's see, I'm doing the math here, 1991 to 2006. So she would have been about 15 years old. And I was a busy mom. I was a busy mom with all of those kids. I also had a position in the church that I was attending at that time that was very high demand. And I had just started a side gig. I was working in business as for a company called Home Interiors, and it was all about decorating your home and finding your style. It was really a lot of fun. And I had a lot of demands on my time. And so the summer of 2006, my family went on vacation together. And I came home with a tick bite that had gone unnoticed. And from that tick bite, I developed severe chronic Lyme disease. It stripped me of everything in my life. Going to my kids' activities, gone. I couldn't attend parent-teacher conferences. I couldn't attend band concerts. I couldn't attend water polo matches. Family dinners, going to family activities with my mom and my sisters, that was gone as well. No more Thanksgiving dinners and Christmas caroling with the family. Date nights with my husband were non-existent. I couldn't even go out to dinner with my husband. Occasionally, on special occasions like my birthday or our anniversary, I would push myself to go out to dinner with him. And after an hour, we'd come home and it would wipe me out and I would be in bed for at least a week. And so for 11 years, I was trapped within the four walls of my home. Now, during those 11 years, I learned many, many things. One of the things that I learned from that was the importance of self-care and how important it is to have self-care to match your purpose. And so the first thing that I want to do here is I want you to think about your purpose. What is your purpose? And if you would drop that in the comments, What is your purpose? I'd like to know what your purpose is right now. Have you thought about what your purpose is? Do you know what it is? Why are you here on the planet? Who are you here to serve? What are you here to accomplish? If you can drop that in the comments, that would be amazing. In the chat. I'm going to give you some time to think about it. Okay, so the second question I have as you contemplate your purpose, does your self-care match your purpose? And so I want you to muscle test or intuitively know on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is your self-care, your current self-care matching your purpose? So consider that and then write that down. And I'm curious to know if anybody has a 10. If you have a 10, let me know. That's awesome. Like I said, I'm friends with Eliza. And so I know that she has been working on her self-care. And I absolutely love that. Awesome. Elisha is a 10. Girlfriend, I love that. And that's not surprising to me because you asked me to come and talk about radical self-care, which tells me that you know and you understand how important that can be for you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So for those of you who are here or watching the replay, take a look at those numbers and ask yourself why, if you're less than a 10, why? You want to kind of explore this a little bit. And so I want you to think about, I want to give myself more self-care, but ... And I want you to just journal for a minute and see what comes up for you. I want to give myself more self-care, but ... So I'm going to give you a moment. Well, grab a piece of paper and pen if you don't have that already. And then just start writing down the reasons. What comes up for you? Don't be afraid to go deep with this. I'm going to just give you a couple of minutes here. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple minutes, like 30 seconds more to wrap that up. Hey, good, good, good. Eliza shares with us. I tested at a 5, which makes sense. I want more self-care, but I don't know what effective self-care looks like for me yet. I love that. Okay. I love that you are working on your self-care. I know that that has been a priority for you. I absolutely love that, Eliza. And I'm here to help you find what that effective self-care looks like for you. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to be doing a couple of exercises that are going to help you with that. And so I'm just kind of going to lean in intuitively and tap into those people who are watching the replay and write down some common objections and maybe some things that are coming up for you that I feel intuitively. And so a big one that comes up often is time. I don't have time. I don't have time for it. Another one that is coming up is other people's needs are more important than mine. Okay, and what's coming up is my needs have to come last. See if any of this resonates with you. Okay, a big one that often comes up is it's selfish to put my needs first. Yes, Eliza says 5 is definitely better than it was a couple months ago. Yay, yay, yay. I love that. I love that. So it's selfish to put my needs first. Let's see, I don't have time. Other people's needs are more important than mine. My needs have to come last. It's selfish to put my needs first. I don't know what effective self-care looks like for me yet. I don't know where to start is coming up as well. Okay. All right, we're going to hold space for that. We're going to hold space for that. And at the end of the we'll see. I'm going to follow my intuition and see where we're going to clear that. Okay. It'll come up a little bit later in the presentation. So what I want you to understand, and the big shift that I want you to have, the reason I'm here for you is I want you to understand that you must be your number one priority. And I can already feel that that is triggering a lot of people. That is not what we are taught. We are taught, especially in the Christian community, that we need to be servants, that we need to serve other people, that we need to give. And we're taught in marriage that we have to give to our partner, and that's the way that we are fulfilled in marriage. And that's a good thing. Okay. We're taught that we need to serve our children, and that's a good thing too. Also consider what you're serving from. Okay. And what I mean by that is your cup needs to be full in order for you to be able to give. Too often we allow our cups to drain. We give and we give and we give everything in our cups until we only have a few drops left. And we continue giving those few drops away to other people. And guess what? Those few drops, that's not your best self. You are not giving your best self to other people. Now consider that you make yourself a priority and you feed yourself, you give yourself the self-care that you need, and you take care of yourself first. What is it that they say in the airlines? Put your mask on first, right? And so you take care of yourself, and then you have this beautiful overflowing cup. And so you're giving from this place of abundance. And I know that Elisha is going to be doing an abundance challenge coming up here next week. And that's just beautiful. When you can give from a place of abundance, that is amazing. That is when people get the very, very best of you. Okay. Eliza says, I watched a video where someone said, you can't heal your soul by going inward. You have to go outward and serve others. Wow. See? Yes, I know, right? And at one time I would have accepted that, but when I heard it the other day, it was like, nope, that's bull crap. I am so glad that you recognize that. Yes, you get to be a priority. You are just as important as other people, and you get to serve from the overflow. So let's take a look at how to do that. We're gonna take a look at how to discover what lights your soul up, what type of self-care is really renewing for you, and then we're going to figure out how to sprinkle it in throughout the day. The very first thing that I invite you to start with is a morning routine. Don't allow this to become overwhelming, okay? We're really going to simplify this. We're going to make it really, really easy. The importance of a morning routine is that it helps to wake up your energy and get you energized. It sets the mood for the day. It allows you to see where you're going. And it prepares you for success. It simply sets you up for success for the entire day. Right? It's that early morning filling your cup. It's filling you up first thing in the morning so that you have the energy to give and to do everything that is required of you throughout the day. And so we're going to have an exercise here. And the first thing that I want you to do, before we do this, you see what's on the screen, you know what we're going to do. But before we do this, Eliza was saying she's not sure what effective self-care looks like for her yet. And so let's go ahead. We're going to invite your GUP into this space to help you with this. And GUP is a religion neutral term that I use. It stands for God or Goddess, universe, higher power. This is whatever the divine looks like for you. And I know that this is a Christ-centered group. And so many of you have Christ as your GUP, and that's beautiful. But also many of you might consider your GUP to be God or the Godhead. You might consider it to be Mother Mary. It could be Heavenly Mother, Heavenly Father, whatever your GUP looks like to you. That's who we're going to connect with before we begin this exercise. So I invite you to take a deep breath in and release. Wiggle your toes and come fully into your body. Allow yourself to get grounded and present, centered within yourself. Another deep breath in and release. Release the tension that is already building up in your day. Relax into this present moment. I'm feeling some tension. This is kind of hard for some of you to allow yourself to relax. I understand that. I have this tension that runs through me throughout the day as well. Okay, there we go. There we go. You have permission to relax. Now, as you are getting grounded and centered, I invite you to invite your gut into this space. Invite your gut into this space, connect with them, ask them to help you see and to inspire you to know what self-care is going to be ideal for you. Now, from that place of connection, now we're ready to brainstorm. And I invite you to just write down 10 things that come to mind that you can do that would take less than 5 minutes. And these are things specifically for you that feel like self-care for you. And so this can be literally just closing your eyes and taking 10 deep breaths. This can look like going outside and turning your face up to the sun. Or if it's still warm enough for you where you are, it could be taking off your shoes in the grass outside. The key here is to feel into it with your heart, with your soul, with your body, not just your mind. And ask yourself, is this something that really energizes me? Does it light me up? Okay. When you have your 10 things, drop that in the chat. Okay, let me know how you're doing. Are you feeling any resistance? Is it hard for you to come up with 10 things? How many things do you have? So while you're coming up with your list, I wanted to share something with you. And so every week I go to a chiropractor. Let me check the chat. 6, you're up to 6. Good job. Good job, Eliza. And so I have a suggestion that might be helpful for you first thing in the morning. Lean into it. It can go on your list. It doesn't have to be something that you choose. But each week I go to a chiropractor and I call him my psychic chiropractor because he connects to your guides. He connects to kind of your gut, right? And he channels messages. He shares this really deep and beautiful insight as he is doing the work. And it's really a cool experience. And one of the things that he shared with me was an invitation to, he talked about how when we first wake up in the morning, okay, let me back up a little bit. He said that when we go to bed at night, we have all of these thoughts in our heads. We're racing. Those thoughts, we're thinking about what we need to do tomorrow. We're thinking about what happened earlier in the day, and we have all of these thoughts. We go to sleep. We wake up in the morning and our brain wakes up. And what's the first thing that we do? We remember, oh, where was I? Okay. And we pick up our thoughts exactly where we left off. And so we repeat the day exactly as we did yesterday and the day before with these continuing thoughts. He suggested that when I wake up first thing in the morning, to choose differently before I even get out of bed, to take a moment and to kind of like give myself some love, hug myself, say, good morning, Shelli. I love you. It's going to be an amazing day. And then to elevate my thoughts, to look for what's going to happen in the day, what excites me about the day. What can I create that makes me happy, that lights up my soul, that is going to be fun, exciting, fulfilling? What does that look like for me? And he said, like I said, right? Our list here is take less than 5 minutes. And this is before anybody even knows you're awake. It's before you even go out of bed, get out of bed. You can take that 5 minutes to get into that higher vibration. Beautiful, Alicia, she's got deep breathing. And thank you for these examples too. If you're having a hard time, lean into these examples and see if it feels right for you. This is what's right for Alicia. It doesn't have to be right for you. Okay. But also it might trigger something and bring something to mind for you that is right for you. So Alicia shares deep breathing, journaling, taping, grounding, drink water, eat a snack, meditate, forgiveness, wash my face and hands, be intentional, affirmations, declarations. Yes. So good. So good. I love that this is what lights up your soul.
It's actually tapping, but I forgot the extra P.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, yeah, you're a fabulous businesswoman. So maybe getting in some taping in the day, taping some videos. Okay, tapping. Oh, I love tapping. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. That's beautiful. Okay, so once you get your list of 10 things, I'm not going to tell you to do 10 things, you guys. That's overwhelming. You're not going to enjoy that. You're going to dread your mornings if you do that. And so what I want you to do, take a look at your list. What is the thing that jumps out at you as being, oh my gosh, yes, my soul wants that. And if I do that one thing, it's going to make the biggest difference. Choose that one thing from the list and commit to doing it. Eliza's got her 10. Yay, girlfriend. Good. All right. So now just choose one. Just one. Okay. Permission tapping. Yes. Okay. All right. And thank you for sharing that, because I was wondering what kind of clearing I wanted to do with the group today. We'll do some permission tapping. I feel like everybody needs to know how to do permission tapping. Yeah, we've talked about that before. We sure have. Yes. So I'm so glad that you brought that up. And Alicia, let me know if you are familiar with permission tapping.
I am. Yeah.
You are? Have you shared that with your group before?
I have. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's always good for a refresher because it's been probably a year since then. So.
Okay. Good. All right. Okay. So now we have your morning your morning routine, you have one thing that you are committing to. So next we're going to talk about your evening routine, wrapping up your day. An evening routine is important to release stress, tension, and built up energy. I know a lot of people in my communities, and I suspect a lot of people in Alicia's community here, that you guys are probably kind of empathic, and you pick up other people's energy and you hold it in your body. You need to know how to release that and be in your own energy. It also sets the stage for restful sleep, and it can help prepare yourself for success the next morning. That's what you want your evening routine to be. So we're going to do the same thing. You are already connected to your gut. And so I invite you to brainstorm 10 things that you can do at night that are going to help you relax. And again, these things are to take less than 5 minutes. When you have your 10 things, go ahead and drop that in the chat again. And let's see, just muscle testing here. I feel like if you have some of the same things on the list, that's okay too. As long as they feel like they're releasing stress and helping you prepare for nighttime, helping you sleep and preparing for the next day, it can be similar things on the list. Also, I would challenge you, if you don't get a full 10 different things on your list, I would challenge you to come back to this and create a full list of 10 things, 10 different things. Nice, Alicia. These are some great examples again. Again, this is for Alicia. This is what lights her up and really renews her soul. Lean into it and see if it resonates with you, or if it can trigger an idea that you have that would be better for yourself. Hug each of my kids. So good. That turns on the OxyContin, all the good brain chemicals. That is so good. Express appreciation to each of them. Raspberry tea, grounding, read scriptures, listen to a quick podcast, listen to grounding music. Yes, music is fantastic. I love that. Journal about my day, say my prayers, brush my teeth, snuggles, and listen to my children talk about their day. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. Okay. One thing that another one that you can, an exercise that you can do, should you choose to accept it, you don't have to, but if you are empathic and you are carrying other people's energy, a quick visualization to release that is going to be beautiful. Eliza's got her 10. Way to go, girlfriend. And so a quick visualization to release other people's energy is just to feel into your body and ask yourself, what is mine and what is not mine? And imagine the energy that is not yours looking like blue liquid within your body. And then take a deep breath in and have a visualization of it just draining out, 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 down, 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 through your fingertips, through your feet, and down into the earth, where you're just releasing, releasing, releasing. And that can literally take just 30 seconds if you would like it to. You can do it slow and gently releasing it. You can even like just have a big flush where you just go whoosh and let it all out. And then check in with your body again and get familiar with your own energy. Like, oh my gosh, this is mine. Another one that's coming to mind that I feel might benefit somebody. Remember how I talked about my chiropractor was talking about how we go to bed and our mind is racing and rehashing all the things that went wrong and all the worries that we have coming up. One thing that you could do is a brain dump. So Alicia was saying journaling about my day. That is wonderful. There are many different ways that you can journal. One way is to just like dump all of your thoughts onto the paper, get them out. You can bless them, right? The day is done. Bless your day and let it go, release it and move on. Another way to journal is to be in gratitude, to list the things that you're grateful for so that you're raising your vibration at the end of the day and you're going to bed in this really positive energy, right? Because like I said, when we wake up, our brains tend to latch on to the last thoughts. We tend to pick up where we were before. And so if you end the day in gratitude, then you can pick that up and continue to raise your vibration the next morning. Good job, you guys. Very, very good. So now choose one thing from the list to commit to doing. Not all 10. We're not overwhelming. We're not getting overwhelmed. We just need one thing. Just one thing. And take a look at the list. What really jumps out at you as being the most, like your soul just wants that thing, the thing your soul yearns for. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Please do that one thing. And then make the commitment to do that thing. Okay, so we are starting our morning filling our cup. We are ending our day filling our cup. And sometimes it gets drained a little bit throughout the day. So what do? We're going to do this one more time. And you're going to brainstorm 10 things that you can do that fill your cup that take less than 5 minutes. 10 more things. We're going to go there. Okay. These are things that you can do in less than 5 minutes. We're going to get one more list of 10 things. And again, you're already connected with your gut, so continue to feel that connection. If you get stuck, ask them what would be helpful. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you this for homework. I'm going to invite you to finish this list. And then I invite you to commit to sprinkling that in throughout your day. When you are waiting to pick up your kids from school and you have 5 minutes, turn on the radio and dance to your favorite song. Or again, that breath work, close your eyes and take a deep breath, hug your kids, hug your husband, whatever that is, sprinkle that into your day. And there's no commitment on these. These are just in your awareness so that you can sprinkle it in throughout your day. Okay, so the rest of the story is that, as I had mentioned, I had Lyme disease for 11 years. I experienced Lyme disease for 11 years. And then one day I heard the title of a book. And the title of the book was Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I had experienced a lot of trauma growing up, and I knew that I had a lot of emotions that were buried alive. And so I made a commitment to myself to bring those emotions to the surface and do the work. I discovered energy healing. And as I began to dive into my trauma and healing my trauma emotionally, I needed a lot of self-care. I needed grace and patience with myself. I needed to be able to take that time to go into my room all by myself and close the door and meditate and process my emotions and journal and do all of those things. As I was integrating the work, I needed to drink lots of water. Okay. And I needed to nourish my body. I needed movement, and I added that to it. As I healed emotionally, I created space to heal physically. And once I did that, I was able to find a protocol that finally addressed my physical needs, and I was able to heal completely from Lyme disease. Alicia says, I love that book. Okay. Confession, I still have not actually read the book. The title alone resonated so deeply with me that it changed my life. But yes. Okay. So what I want to do with you really quickly here is, let me stop the share, and we're going to do some permission tapping. Okay. I absolutely love this. So sometimes we get caught in dichotomies of I have to do this or that. And we get caught in between the extremes, and it can be paralyzing. We get caught in our perfectionism. And so permission tapping is a great way to give ourselves permission to do things differently. It helps us to see the nuances. It takes away the perfectionism, and it allows us to just have permission to do the things that we really want to do in the way that we want to do them. So to do permission tapping, you're going to curl your fingers like this. And right here up and over your ears, this is your triple warmer meridian on both sides. And that is what controls the fight or flight response. And so what we're going to do is you're going to curl your fingers like this, and you're going to tap up and over your ears, and then come back to the front, up and over. So it's always going to be front to back. We're not coming back around, just front to back. Okay. And then repeat after me. I'm going to use some of the things that came up. Okay. It's okay if I don't know what self-care looks like for me yet. It's okay if I do know what self-care looks like for me yet. It's okay if I know one or two things that are helpful for my self-care. It's okay if I don't know anything that is effective for my self-care. It's okay if I know hundreds of things that are effective for my self-care. It's okay. It's okay if I have a lot of time for my self-care. It's okay if I take a lot of time for my self-care. It's okay if I don't have any time for my self-care. It's okay if I only have a little bit of time for my self-care. It's okay if I take a little bit of time here and there for my self-care. It's okay if I take all day long for my self-care. It's okay. It's okay if I put other people's needs ahead of my own. It's okay if I put my needs first. It's okay if I serve other people sometimes. It's okay if I serve other people a lot. It's okay if I don't serve other people at all. Well, that's triggering some people. It's okay if I don't serve other people at all. It's okay. It's okay if I put my needs first. It's okay if I meet all of my needs. It's okay if I meet some of my needs. It's okay if I meet my needs. It's okay if I don't know where to start. It's okay if I do know where to start. It's okay if I start with one thing. It's okay if I get it wrong. It's okay if I choose the wrong thing to start with. It's okay if I choose the right thing to start with. It's okay. It's okay. I can change. I choose. I choose. I choose. Okay. All right. And so permission tapping is just anytime that comes up for you. Okay. You can, anytime you get caught in shoulds, have tos, false dichotomies of it has to be this or that, you can do permission tapping in order to get yourself unstuck from that. Because when you get stuck in the shoulds and the have tos or between false dichotomies, you freeze up. Okay, so let me do a share screen again, and let you know what my freebies are. Together we created 30 self-care ideas. We came up with 30 things that resonated with you that you would like to start sprinkling into your day, to create your morning routines, your evening routines, and then just a little boost here and there throughout the day. I have created a PDF with 101 self-care ideas. This is just to jumpstart your brain and to get you thinking about possibilities, things that could be helpful. And so you can find that here. I have a link here, and I also shared a link with Alicia. She can share that in the Facebook group as well. And again, do this intuitively. Not everything on the list is going to resonate with you. You'll look at something and it'll be like, oh my gosh, that just feels like a burden to me. I don't want to do that thing. Yeah, don't do that thing. Again, involve your gut in the process. Invite them to help you find the self-care that is going to be exactly right for you. And then the other thing that's going on, I just thought this was so funny when I found out that Alicia is doing her abundance challenge, her month-long abundance challenge next week. I just thought it was so funny that I'm hosting an abundance challenge in my Facebook group right now. And so if you would like to get a kickstart, a little, prime the pump a little bit before you start Alicia's abundance challenge, I invite you to come and join me in my Facebook group for my abundance challenge. And I am giving away free prizes just for participation. You can get caught up, even though it's Wednesday, as long as you post for all 5 days, then, okay. First of all, you get one prize just for posting one day. And that's a free course with a value of $97, free course of your choice. And then if you participate all 5 days, and yes, you can catch up, then you would have the option of choosing one of my $497 courses for free, just for participating. And you guys, one of those courses is my self-care virtual retreat course. And so if you would like more help with self-care, you can actually win a free self-care course just by participating. And so this is the link to my Facebook group. My Facebook group is called the Ascension Bridge. You can follow this link to get there, or simply search for it in Facebook, the Ascension Bridge. Okay, there we go. Do we have any questions?
Well, I just have to say that was pretty awesome. All right. I mean, I've been teaching radical self-care for a long time, but I love the way that you approach it and just all the permission. Permission is so, so huge. I've wrote a book that's called Permission Granted, and it has been a powerful life changer for a lot of people because as a recovering perfectionist,
Yes.
permission's a huge deal to be able to overcome a lot of the pain and fear and, those paralyzing moments of anxiety.
Yeah.
And when we can give ourselves just that time to give ourselves permission to be in that pain or be in that moment, then it like takes a lot of the pressure off. So I love it. Love it. Love it.
I love that. I am seeing some similarities here, Alicia, because I'm the queen of permission energy too. That's another one of my passions. Yeah, you have permission. This is your life, right? You get to create your life. You have permission to do it the way you want to do it. So
Yes, it's so awesome.
thank you.
All right. Do we have any questions? And those of you that are doing the replay, still feel free to put the comments or questions in the comments, and we'll come back and answer them later. Or you're free to message me or message Shelli on Messenger if you have any questions that feel too personal to share, or you want to get more, more of an explanation. Feel free to message both of us, or either one, doesn't matter.
Yes. And I'm just very practical. I like very practical, this is how you do it kind of things. And so I hope that this has, I mean, you should all now have your own list of 30 things plus 101 ideas. You get to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Big
selfish.
deal.
It's not selfish. You're
isn't.
serving other people better.
It is so true. One of the analogies that I want to share on here before we go is when I talk about radical self-care, I actually have people take a cup to the sink. And when they take their cup and they put it under the sink, I'm like, okay, turn on the water. And they turn on the water, and I have yet to have somebody who lets it just overflow. Usually they turn it off. And I says, okay, if you turn it off, now go pour all that to other people, and because you're serving other people, right? And they're like, okay, so they go do it. They're like, it's empty. Yeah, it's empty. Now put it back under the faucet. Don't turn it off, and put all the cups under the underflow. How many more people are you going to serve?
Yeah.
And that is a huge thing for them to go, oh, like I get to fill my cup, and then the overflow I get to serve the other people with, instead of emptying my cup into everybody else's cup and then like, I'm empty, what do I do? So,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
I love that analogy.
And we have that social conditioning, right, that Eliza shared with us, that you have to keep serving.
Yep.
Even when your cup is, even when you're
Empty.
down to the dregs,
Mm-hmm.
and you only have a few drops left, it's expected of you to keep on serving, which is why we have that permission energy.
Well, and an expectation is just setting other people up for failure. So expectation has no room for people who are growing and changing and giving themselves permission. Expectations don't. Like I tell my kids and my clients all the time, I don't navigate in expectations. I navigate in agreements.
Yes.
Agreements are powerful. Expectations is manipulative. So you want to create more a connection with people, get out of expectation.
Yeah, agreements are powerful. Expectations are manipulative. I'm going to quote you on that on my Facebook stories today.
But it's, that's a big thing that I learned huge as I was on my journey, is getting out of the expectations, getting out of the conditions, because our kids know hypocrisy. They understand it. And when we sit there and we have all these expectations on them, and then we're not following through, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on, which confuses children and even confuses our clients. It confuses the people around us because we're not being congruent. Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you for that insight. I really love that. I feel like that really adds to the conversation. You're welcome. Well, Eliza, do you have any questions before we go? You can feel free to go off of mute.
Yeah, I'm good. That was good. Awesome.
Thank you.
Great. We love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I will put all of the resources for Shelli's information on the post when this replay comes out. And I'll also put the link for my 28-day challenge for increasing prosperity. So both of those challenges will be on there, and it'll be super powerful if you do both of them. And I think you'll get a lot out of both of our challenges for you. Mine's a 28-day and hers is just a 5-day, but still they can feed off of each other and you can learn so much. I mean, the more we understand about abundance, the more we can follow the universal law of abundance. And then when we follow that law, then there's blessings that are predicated on that law. And therefore you will get those, end results that you're looking for with abundance when you understand that universal law. For sure.
I agree. It's not a coincidence. There's synergy, there's exponential increase. I feel like, the reason I was invited at exactly this time, right before you're launching yours, was to help support that and really anchor that in. I know one thing that you mentioned with me is that repetition is so good and so important for anchoring it in, and I just love that. So
yeah, and one of the words that I like to use for repetition is when you are you're doing something over and over and over, it creates conversion, and conversion is what will keep your frequency high. And then when you have your frequency high, your vibrations high, and that's where you are able to manifest the things into your life. So that's just a quick little tidbit that I go deeper in on other courses, but that is such a powerful understanding is, repetition creates conversion.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. All right. Well, since we don't have any more questions, do you have anything else that you would like to share with the last couple of minutes that we have, Shelli?
I think just a message to remind you that you're doing better than you know. You're doing so much better than you realize. Yeah. We focus so much on our flaws, and kind of flies, right? Because they're buzzing around and bugging
annoying.
us. Those annoying things. We focus on that. And one of my gifts, my intuitive gifts, is just to be able to see people the way they really are. And the message that I'm being called to share is you're doing so much better. You're doing so much good. Your purpose is so big and beautiful in the world. Your purpose, if you're a stay-at-home parent, what a beautiful thing that is. As a leader in business, what a beautiful thing that is. Your purpose is amazing, and you're doing so much better than you know.
So true. Doing better than you think you are. I love that.
Yep. Thank you.
So true. All right. Well, like I said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you so much, Shelli, for coming and sharing your amazing insights and your expertise with us. And again, if you guys want to reach out and you want to know more about what Shelli does, please do so. And the information will be on the Facebook page post as well. All right, everybody, have a fantastic Wednesday, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.
Thank you so much.